In ancient India, traditional science was built around the principle that all things are ordered under a unity of God. Knowledge was considered part of a spiritual movement towards a divine reality believed to be the mystic source and the transcendental end of the existing universe. And it was in this way that the Hindu temple was conceived, with its tall, slender design symbolizing a spiritual elevation from earth to sky.
What surprises most foreigners traveling in India is the fact that the religious element dominates each aspect of social life. It is not something restricted only to priests, temples, and rituals, but is found even in the most simple acts of life. In fact, what Hinduism has always considered to be the main altar of sacrament is not the temple, but the home, which itself is designed as an altar, built around a mystical quadratic center, thus forming a microcosm of the divine order on which domestic life is considered to be based.
In the city life of modern India, this religious view is now being dismantled by new values, new trends, and new conceptions of the family. But if we leave the cities and go to rural areas where, even today, the vast majority of the Indian population resides, we find that faith in a divine order of nature is still the central belief of the people, forming an axis around which their daily lives rotate.
While filming in a village near Nagaur, we encountered Meera, who invited us to spend the day with her. During this opportunity to learn something of the reality of a traditional woman, I was surprised at the foolish arrogance I discovered in myself. We modern city women are brought up to believe that we are fortunate, liberated women, free from the exploitation of man. Yet, I couldn't help feel a sense of inferiority, comparing the energy and dignity which sustains her status as a woman to all the insecurity and false complexes of us modern women who seem only to feel secure when found attractive. I spent an entire day following her activities. From morning to evening, her actions were repeated in a pattern which was always the same, and yet I saw no trace of boredom in her, like an artist who does not tire to repeat his work. Meera repeats the same work each day, yet she performs it with a constancy which reminds us of a ritual rather than of work. She doesn't aspire to a different life. She doesn't try to change her condition because she firmly believes that this is her destiny and her nature. She believes in her role with the same spirit of dedication that I have found in city women who strongly believe in their ideals. Yet, her plans do not go beyond the boundaries of her home. This, of course, does not authorize us to feel superior. On the contrary, we have a lot to learn from women such as her to comprehend something of the profoundness of feminine nature. Of course, I could never renounce my freedom or the opportunity I have been given to choose my own roles. I couldn't do now what the women of traditional societies do. I couldn't get married to a man chosen by my family and feel it's my duty just because he belongs to the same caste in which I was born. My man must be my companion, my partner. What is not my choice cannot become holy just because of a ritual. But I am glad to have grown up in India, to continue to believe that the role of a wife and the role of a husband are sacramentally and eternally bound together. I am proud of belonging to a civilization which teaches that erotic life finds its satisfaction only by elevating the instinct of love to a sacramental level. Perhaps in India, it has been possible for the modern woman to retain all the traditional respect for men because here, unlike the West, the erotic element has always played an important role in the concept of divinity. Lord Krishna cannot stop being for us the model of a lover, even for those of us educated in the values of independence.